Hello everybody, so today we are going to go through the Hawaii fishes and ways that I use to identify them. And then in this video we're going to look specifically at the goatfish. So quickly, just to start out, I wanted to just cover some of the types of fish that we have in Hawaii. Starting out, we are going to look at the pelagic fish. These are going to be the fast swimmers, open water, not going to really be seen as common unless you're out on a boat fishing. The first one that we're going to talk about right here is the marlin, and then the swordfish. So both of these are going to be known from their big bills. We have the mahi-mahi, some tuna, and then the wahoo. And then over for the bottom fish, these are going to be very deep water, also not really seen unless you go fishing. We have some types of jack, grouper, and then types of squirrel fish. And then the basic thing to identify these being a bottom fish are the big eyes and generally red coloration. That's going to make them virtually invisible at the deep water. We do have sharks here in Hawaii, obviously. The more common ones that people see are the Galapagos sharks, a few different types of reef sharks, the tiger shark, which is a little bit more aggressive, mainly just because they're very curious, and then we do have two different types of hammerhead sharks that will come inshore. And we do have offshore species of sharks like the great white shark and then the very big whale shark, actually the largest fish in the world. And then we do have a plethora of nearshore fish in Hawaii, starting out with the surgeonfish. We do have a few species of eels, some fast-swimming jacks, but they aren't really classified as a pelagic fish because they are generally found more in reefs than they are open water. We do have a few species of barracuda and then some needle-nosed fish. And then the fish that we're going to be talking about today is the goatfish. And then I am going to quickly explain what a goatfish actually is. All right, so quickly, the main key identification tips for goatfish are going to be these two barbels right here. They use these to sift through the sand to find food. Also, commonly, they don't really have a tall body shape. They are more longer than they are tall, being able to squeeze in and out of reef crevices a little bit more easy. And then they are going to have a fairly big eye in proportion to their body compared to most fish that have a little bit of a smaller eye. And then when looking at the fish, they are going to have a little bit more of a rounder head that's going to come all the way down to their mouth. And then also to assist in feeding, they're going to have what's called a subterminal mouth. So the subterminal mouth is basically if you have a fish head here, we'll just give it an eye right there. A mouth here is going to be a terminal mouth. A mouth down here is going to be a subterminal mouth. And then there are some fish that have a higher mouth that's going to help them feed at the surface of the water. These are going to be the superior mouths. So then, yeah, with goatfish, they're going to have a mouth down in this side, giving them that subterminal mouth name. And then also, not really seen in this one as much, but definitely in this one down here, they do have a very prominent lateral line. This is generally it's a bloodline. It's one of their main bloodlines that delivers all the blood to the muscles of the fish to help swim. This one does have a little bit of it kind of um, surrounding where that black spot is. And then they are going to have a very tall dorsal fin. That's just going to help with locomotion. And then their fin, their back tail fin, is going to be not really designed for fast swimming, although it does assist in being able to maneuver through the reef very quickly in short bursts. So they are generally seen kind of just cruising. However, if threatened, they will activate different muscles to assist in short bursts of movement. Now, the goatfish are going to live up here in the epipelagic zone. So that's going to be the pelagic zone is going to be this zone right here. That's going to be up near the surface of the ocean. Um, and then the epi part of epipelagic is going to refer to this section here of the water. So near shore, relatively shallow, about everything less than 200 meters is going to be in the epipelagic zone. So then up here, this is where a lot of the reefs are found, mainly because of the amount of sunlight that they receive allows for that growth and all the nutrients, and also a lot of the runoff from rivers and streams on continental shelves and islands will aid in nutrients being in these water areas. That's going to mainly help with their form of diet, which is feeding on the bottom, which where that would be where all of those nutrients were to settle. Now, goatfish are generally named from one key characteristic of their coloration or body shape. All four of these, which are the main four that you will see in Hawaii, are going to be from one coloration difference. And so the first one is the yellow stripe goatfish, purely from that yellow stripe that runs all the way along its body. The next one is the many bar goatfish, from the many white bars that are on the side of its body. And then the blue goatfish, obviously from the blue coloration that it has, different from the other ones. And then this one was a little bit more interesting. This is the white saddle goatfish. Mainly, at first I thought it was because of these white lines that go right there. Actually, looking into it, it was because of this white spot that looks like it would be in place of where a saddle would be. And so, yeah, those are just a few different common types of goatfish that you will see in Hawaii.